If you've ever been on social media or any other digital platform, there's so many people trying to gain your following. I personally believe that there is no real reason to be on social media. I only really have it for two reasons. And the first reason is to put out content like this that I can use to help people. And that second reason is to stay caught up on what my friends are doing, which in all reality doesn't matter a whole lot. With a lot of people trying to gain the following and gain your trust, you have a lot of different viewpoints out there. I've spoken a little bit before about the different viewpoints of politics and the different views of just the world in general. And there are so many views out there, it's hard to figure out which one is really the right one. It often feels very conflicting when you try to find out what is really truth. And that's today's topic. What is truth? So, simply put in my own words, truth is the things that are objectively correct. Like, they will never be changed. They can never change into something else because they are objectively correct. Like, for instance, my computer is a tool, or I drink out of this water bottle. They will never change. You drink out of a water bottle, you use a computer to do things. But there are some things that are subjective, and the difference between subjective and objective is objective are things that never change, and subjective depends on the person. Things that are subjective are like political opinions, or what you use your computer for, or what you put in your water bottle. I think I'm defining that correctly, but I'm not quite sure, honestly. When you have a subjective truth and an objective truth, sometimes that can cause conflict between each other because they don't align or they simply aren't true. For instance, I was watching a video by Iman Gadzhi the other day. It was his series called The Rescue, and I found a lot of what he was saying to be pretty good. Like, a lot of what he's saying is cool and stuff, but I personally didn't really resonate with it. If you're not unfamiliar with Iman's The Rescue, it's the idea that the education system is designed to basically just be mindless followers of the leaders of the world. And while I do believe that the education system isn't designed for us to succeed in the way that most people want to succeed, which is make big bucks in a short amount of time, it does have its benefits. Personally, it's my senior year of high school. I technically dropped out of high school. I'm going to college full time right now through the Running Start program. I've learned a lot more than I have ever at high school in my first quarter of college. I feel like high school is not unnecessary, but some of the things we learn there aren't worthwhile use of our time. For instance, geometry has no home in my heart. I'm sorry. There are other things we learn at high school, such as how to create social circles and how to lead, how to follow deadlines, how to make sure we are staying on top of our work. And those are very valuable skills to have. For instance, with these videos, I've had to take time out of my day to ensure that I can pump videos out on a regular basis. So while we do learn that time is of the essence in high school, we don't learn that failure is okay. This is kind of a topic for another video, not going to lie. Going back to the topic at hand, though, truth. What is truth? How can we find truth? The way that I find truth is through my following of Jesus Christ and the gospel that he provides. And a lot of you guys, I know, probably aren't religious because it's kind of something that's been a little less prevalent in today's world. One thing that I really like to use is the scriptures, like the Bible, for example. It has a lot of value in it. It has a lot of truth. One of my favorite verses is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." I love that verse just because in today's world, there are a lot of things that are preached that aren't good things. You go to like a high school, for example, and you have like half the kids there vaping, or half of them are not virgins. I personally believe that you shouldn't vape or smoke or anything because it ruins your body. And it also creates a inhibitor in your mind because you depend on that drug or that substance. I also believe that sex should be saved for marriage. Again, another topic for a video, but these things I personally don't believe in. And the thing with truth is there are a lot of times where people are like, oh yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's true. And a lot of these times, these are subjective things, but they can also be objective things. People can often find things that are objectively true, like I drink out of this water bottle, but they're like, oh no, I don't think you drink out of that. I don't believe that's true, which that comes down to their opinion. So what's an opinion versus an objective truth? See, an opinion is something that somebody has constructed based on their view of the world. Whether that's a positive view, a negative view, or a neutral view, it is something that they have constructed in their own mind of how they choose to view the world. For example, going back to my religious beliefs, I choose to believe in a God that sent Jesus Christ to the world so he could die and atone for our sins. Some people choose to not believe that, and everyone's able to choose. Some people choose to believe I don't drink out of water bottles. I don't know where else I drink from, but I don't believe drinking out of water bottles apparently, which I know that is not true. Going back to objective truth, defining it one more time in comparison to opinion. Unlike opinion, it is true no matter how you slice it. Like, for example, apples are nutritious, bananas are nutritious, McDonald's is unhealthy. None of those things will ever change. None of those objective truths will never change. So the big thing here is you need to understand your biases in order to understand your opinions, in order to find objective truth. And if you do those things, I promise you that life will become a lot simpler and the path you need to follow will become a lot clearer. I know it has for me. I know that it will for you. And with those things, if you enjoyed the video, I invite you to leave a comment. Tell me how I can improve. Tell me what you liked about it. And also share how it's helped you in your life. I love nothing more than seeing the comments on my videos and it's them like, oh, this really spoke to me today. Thank you for making this video. This is exactly what I needed. I never really understood how powerful those were until I started making content. So thank you. Love you guys. Peace out.